hence the term for God-given talent. So whatever our talent is, use that to make money, so helping people, bam, coaching.
Yeah, 100%. So I want you to understand, like, when you invest into yourself, it pays back. So
100%.
So I don't have it, but I'm gonna give you your $300 back.
What? Let's go, dude.
So this is what I have cash on me, and then I'll give you the rest
afterwards.
Dude. So I'm gonna give you your initial investment back. So he paid me $300. He paid me $300 some time ago to come into the Brand Marketing Summit to basically understand the entire system. Once he did that, he experienced wins. And then he paid me, I don't know how many thousands, but to join the bigger program, he paid
probably like 30, a few thousand.
Few $1,000s. So I don't recall the number, but he paid a few $1,000s, came into the program, experienced wins, and now his business is doing upwards of $30,000 a month, right? $25,000 to $30,000 a month.
Amen.
And seeing his success, I'm gonna sow it back into him, and he's gonna get his initial investment back.
Woo, that's a powerful testimony, brother. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight by Audate Media. In this interview show, you will learn how to succeed through other people's stories, challenges that they overcame, and how they are winning in this new economy. You'll learn what to do in your business, what not to do in your business, and how others are succeeding. Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.
Welcome to the Progressive Show. Super excited to have this guy, Jesse Cruz, in the building, man.
How's it going, brother?
Appreciate you for having you here. So I just came down to California. One of the things that I say all the time is that the opportunity is in the show up.
Man.
So I decided to show up to California, right? And then this guy showed up to the office that I'm working out at, and I'm here visiting a potential client. And then he came to the office, and I'm super excited to have him here.
Thank you.
Because this dude has a message, has a testimony, he has a story, and a business that I believe should be shared and for you to learn about. Okay?
Appreciate it, brother.
So Jesse, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and what you're doing inside your business?
So for me, I've been in the life coaching business since 2015. I wasn't on social media prior, and in 2019, I decided to get on social media. I believe a few months later in October, I went to your summit out in LA, and then I decided to join for mentorship there. I think it was like a 4-week program or something. Took the lessons. Went on social media, started getting clients, and then I invested in your mentorship program for, I believe it ran almost 2 to 3 months, and now I have I have a website, I'm getting business, and just coaching clients all over. I have a social media presence on TikTok, and just following everything, I'm getting the results.
No, so I mean, I saw it firsthand, right? I saw your social media channel because you were a client of mine, and I checked you out. But your social media experienced some affluence.
Correct.
And when I say affluence, I'm talking about it literally just spiked right up.
Yes.
Yeah, so what do you think attributed to that? Like, what were you doing on social media that really increased your awareness and your brand?
Well, one of the things I did is I branded myself as the expert, right? That's one thing that you preach. When people look at my page, it's a business that's open. The other thing that I did was I always had a call to action. That's something that you always preach. First, it was my personal number, then it became a business number, and the next thing I did was just became a high price ticket, and then I also created packages that were affordable for other people.
So you came into the mentorship program. You joined our mentorship program where I mentored you and I worked with you.
Yes.
What was your experience as far as the level of your business from you starting and then from you exiting and graduating the mentorship program?
Well, first I thought I had a business, but I realized I was just a solopreneur, right? Solopreneur, not an entrepreneur. And then I got a system and it's a business. So now I'm at a point where instead of having most people, like you say, they've been in business for 20 years. They've had the same year one 20 times over. I now have a business that it's evolving every quarter, which is every 3 months. And it's like, I have to seek you for wisdom, mentorship again, because it's growing that I can't do it alone. I can't just, I need a team.
You're really tapping into like brand new results.
Yes, brand new results every quarter.
So just for some of you who don't know, a quarter is every 3 months. A year An entire year, the first 3 months of the year is considered first quarter.
Correct.
Then the second quarter is the following 3 months. So January, February, March, that's quarter one. Quarter two is April, May, June. Quarter three is July, August, September. Quarter four is October, November, December.
Correct.
So each year has 4 quarters. So your business is literally evolving every single 3 months, every 90 days.
Yeah, every 90 days that I need to evolve, and life happens for me. Obviously, in the line of work that I'm in, I have to be of integrity with myself, with the coaching that I provide for other people. And now I'm in a relationship myself, so it's like I gotta incorporate that right into my new business plan.
That's amazing. So when you first started in our program, tell me kind of where was your business at financially?
Financially,
when you really first started in the beginning.
When I first started, I was maybe living deal through deal here and there. Ever so often, I didn't know what a $10,000 a month looked like in coaching, right? And then
so money was kind of trickling in your coaching business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much? How much per month?
$2,000 a month, probably.
So $2,000 a month. So you're talking, that's literally like $500 a week.
Yeah, give or take.
So give or take. So if we take away, we're talking about less than 500. That's less than a job at Taco Bell.
Yes.
Yeah. And then now exiting the program, graduating the program, going through the mentorship program, learning the systems, implementing the systems. You even had a virtual assistant with us.
Yes.
So what is your business doing? Kind of how has your business grown now through the program?
Well, the best thing was when I was in the last mentorship program I experienced.
So you took it multiple times?
Yeah, I took it multiple times, and I took the best one.
The brand marketing summit?
Yeah, that's the one that it took me to experiencing $25,000 in 40 days,
So you went from doing $2,000 a month to now kicking, your business doing at $25,000 a month.
Yes.
And it took 40 days.
It took 40 days. It took an investment in myself.
And obviously an investment in yourself because you had to learn a lot more. Well, what were some of the things that you learned during that time?
So the first thing I learned is I was a solopreneur. It was a reality check. One thing, if I'm doing my own social media, then I'm a social media marketer, right?
Instead of a coach,
I'm doing the social media.
Which is your business?
If I'm answering calls, then I'm a customer service rep, right? Instead of me doing the coaching, posting often. So I was just doing all these minimum wage job tasks. And one thing I've learned is keep the main thing. So for me, what's the main thing? Showing up here. It's the marketing. This is an opportunity here. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And that's really what I say. The opportunities in the show, you got to show up. So now you're here, but your business is still running without you.
Yeah.
Right. You're still getting leads coming in.
Yes.
You're still getting client calls. You just got off a client call walking into this building.
Yes.
And tell me, what has life been like since? Since graduating.
Well, life is amazing, right? I upgraded my car. That's one thing.
Yeah. So I see you pull up in a Beamer, man.
It's a BMW, and look at the way I dress. It's different, I walk
you
with
dressing better than me, man. Got the nice watch, man. Suave. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that, it's just a different belief system in myself that I'm in business, and like I said. Well, great. It's great to have these problems where every quarter I need to do this. I need to improve on this. And having you in my life, I always walk in with wisdom that's just impeccable. It's just people would have to pay for you, for your time, which they do.
And I acknowledge you. You're someone who's coming in open.
Yes.
That's the first thing. I think if the lid is full, grab me your bottle real quick.
Yeah.
I think if this was you, someone who's half empty, but you decided to put the lid on and hey, I'm not going to learn anything new. Even if I try to put water in, I can't.
Yeah.
But I think with you came in and you took off the lid and you said, hey, look, dude, this is vulnerably where I'm at. And that's what I appreciate about you. I appreciate your vulnerability and your authenticity. And I think that's going to go a long way in your business. And that's why I'm excited to really, partner with you long term. And that's really why I created this coaching program, right? Mm-hmm. Is opportunities to partner and grow businesses together, do joint ventures, experience success at a higher level. So now, what is your vision for your business and your enterprise in the future?
So for me right now, it's to be international, right? I get through being on social media.
By the way, before you answer that question, when did you start the program? How long ago has it been?
I believe it was October 2019.
Okay.
October 2019.
October 19. Oh, that's when you came to the...
Because it was pre-pandemic, everything.
Okay. And then now, how has your business grown with our systems in the pandemic?
Well, because of the systems, right? The evidence is in the pudding that I wouldn't have time to be out there dating. I wouldn't have time to go work out, look clean, look good if I don't have a system, right?
Yeah.
How could I be engaging in dating and then end up in a relationship if I'm doing all the work? So before you remember that phone call? I was telling you like I was overworking 180 hours. Well, I don't even know how many hours a week, right? Because I was doing everything. I didn't have a life. Now I have a life, and the problem is, hey, how can I delegate more so I could enjoy this new chapter of my life?
And the new chapter of your life is?
In a relationship, being international.
Is that the relationship new?
Yeah, it's we did a month. A month on the 30th.
So you and a girlfriend have been dating for a month?
Yeah,
hey,
officially.
Congratulations.
A month, and on the same date, it was 3 years that I was sober from drinking.
And is that something that has been on your heart to do over a long period of time, like to start dating?
Yeah, it was. I've been actively in the dating game for like 2 years now, almost.
Wow. So you're dating for 2 years, but you're also working your business, and as you're continually working, you're missing all these opportunities.
Yeah.
You implement a system in your business. Now, because of the system, your time is freed up. You're able to date.
Yeah, I'm able to date. I have freedom to know, like, hey, while I'm here, something's being taken care of. I don't have to just stress and be like, oh, I got to cut this short. I could be present.
Yeah.
And for any woman out there, the one thing that they like is a man that's present with them,
right,
etc.
So what has this done? Experiencing the system, experiencing this type of freedom, what has this done to your confidence?
It raises it, and I show up differently because I show up peaceful. Like, at least I have a level of peace. Like, hey, things are gonna work out somehow, some way. Things are always moving. It's not just a one-man show.
Yeah, and before starting the program, what car were you driving?
It was a 2002 Chevy Cavalier.
So 2002 Chevy Cavalier. Now you're driving a BMW.
Yeah, BMW.
Wow, that's impressive. So now we got onto a Zoom call. You came into one of the Zoom calls while you were in the program, and you brought up a stack of money.
Yes, I did.
How much was it?
$10,000.
$10,000 cash.
Yeah, cash.
Why was that important to you at the time to express or share that you had $10,000 in cash?
Oh, it was important to share because I give credit where credit is due, right? Foremost, all the glory goes to God. That's one thing I've been faithful, right? Mm-hmm. Second, it was because just to show a reflection of like, hey man, like this is the most I've had as far as to that I could show physically cash, Yeah. And to feel it, because once you taste it once, it's like, okay, well, let me taste 100K, right? And that's something that you said, and I believe you had it also like in your backpack somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I experienced my own personal wins, right? Where there was a point where I invested all the money that I had into myself, into my dream, into my business. I think a lot of people experience this fear, and then because I went all in, I experienced the wins shortly following, and I had $10,000 cash, and then I grew it to 100 grand, then 150, 250 grand, and so on and so forth, and it kept on growing.
Jay-Z status.
Yeah, so there's opportunity when you invest in yourself, and you take advantage of fear. I think a lot of people get nervous. So like, what was your experience right before you made it? You made a hefty investment. You invested a few $1,000s into yourself, into the mentorship program. What was your experience before investing? How did you? I know for me, I was scared my first time investing. Yeah. How was yours?
Well, that experience was easy to make. The tougher one was the previous one. You remember, during the pandemic, my business kind of went down, so I only had like $300 to my name.
Okay.
And I didn't have it in my account because I was negative. I was overdrafted, and I was trying to tell you, hey, who can I cash this money to? I'll go drop it off. And you're like,
we don't take cash. We don't.
And you're in Sacramento. It's like it's all the way up far, right? Yeah. And you told me, Jesse, just give the money to somebody to deposit and send me the money. And then that was the toughest one because having $300 and then that's all you have during the pandemic, not knowing where your business is going, I'm like, well, what do I do?
You know what's crazy, actually? I would tell you what's really crazy that you said that. I read a story. I think it was Matthew 25:7-30. I forgot what, but it's a story of the talents and the parables.
Oh yeah.
One doubled the money, the other one increased the money by a certain percentage, and the other one just kept the money. Yeah. And then the one that kept the money, the manager took that person's money. You know what story I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know that one.
So in that story, essentially what it said, like if you are scared to spend the money, because that person, the first the one with the X amount of talents, the one talent, or the one piece of gold was scared to invest their money. So
Yeah.
God took that person's money and then gave it to the other person who was willing to invest it.
In a year's time, so there was 1 talent, 3 talents, 5 talents, and the one with 1 talent just buried it. The other ones invested it. So what God did when he came back and he took that talent and gave it to the other person who actually duplicated. And for those that don't know, talent back in the day is referred as currency. So right now, $100 is what? Money. So hence the term for God-given talent. So whatever our talent is, use that to make money. So helping people, bam, coaching.
Yeah, 100%. So I want you to understand, like, when you invest into yourself, it pays back. So 100%. So I don't have it, but I'm gonna give you your $300 back.
What? Let's go, dude.
So this is what I have cash on me, and then I'll give you the rest
afterwards. Dude.
So I'm gonna give you your initial investment back. So he paid me $300. He paid me $300 some time ago to come into the Brand Marketing Summit to basically understand the entire system. Once he did that, he experienced wins. And then he paid me, I don't know how many thousands, but to join the bigger program, he paid
probably like 30, a few thousand.
Few $1,000s. So I don't recall the number, but he paid a few $1,000s, came into the program, experienced wins, and now his business is doing upwards of $30,000 a month, right? $25,000 to $30,000 a month.
Amen.
And seeing his success, I'm gonna sow it back into him, and he's gonna get his initial investment back.
Woo, that's a powerful testimony, brother. Thank you so much. And that's one thing I appreciate about this man. It's not this, man. It's the time he makes for the people. Honestly, there's no such thing as mentorship. Like the word mentorship really carries weight when you sign up with this man, because this man has he already has it all. Like he has a relationship, you have the businesses, but he loves what he does, and he pours onto people, and the wisdom is impeccable. And the number one thing that he says is this, okay? The reason why I got this back, right? Yes, the opportunities and the show up. It's not about the money. The most powerful thing is the relationship. But the one thing he always says is take advantage of an opportunity of a lifetime in the lifetime of the opportunity. So that's the one thing that I preach to everybody. My tattoo here says Carpe Diem, which means seize the day, take advantage of the opportunity.
Dude, and I appreciate you being on this quick episode. It's kind of impromptu. I just happened to be in Southern California. I knew he lives in Southern California. I have a relationship with many of my clients who show up powerfully. Yeah. And he decided to show up powerfully inside of my program, where he poured everything that he had into the program, not only financially, but energetically, and he's reaping the benefits and the rewards. He's driving the car. He's got the girl now. He's not so overly stressed out. And I'm sure in business there's always going to be ups and downs, right? Yeah. You're constantly going to keep learning. But the great thing is, in the business, while there's a down, he has a system on how to bounce back. And that's what it's about. It's about having a system to bounce back. So if you're in a position where you're saying, hey, I'm interested in joining Andy Audate's program, I'm interested in working with Andy. If you're interested in working with me, I want to work with you, and I want to have you in this seat. I want to have you next to me in the next couple of months or next couple of weeks. I wish you were here. But what has to happen before that is you have to take advantage of the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity. Recognizing that each opportunity has a window. It's been a few months that he's now experiencing these successes, but I highly doubt it. If he had waited, that the same experiences would have come, because he's sharing with me that he just met a woman who is now his girlfriend, and that's something that he's been praying for. That's something he's been asking God for, and now he's in a position where his woman is a part of his business. How's that experience even been?
It's amazing, because she's a supporter, and in the Bible it says, he who finds a wife finds a good woman, right? It's not just it's like women compliment us men so much more. And it's funny, because this isn't just none of this is scripted. I tell her all the time, like, if I didn't have a system, I wouldn't be spending this much time with you. Yeah. I'm talking about 8 hours a day. And the best thing about it is that God really favored me on that one. She lives a mile away from me. Ooh. In the same area, in the same nice community. So we get to spend all this time. And right now, she just ordered her planner. I'm going to give her access to the system to follow up with the client. So how is the relationship? Just wait at the end of this quarter, which is 90 days, and we'll see what that does. In the next video, I'm going to be like, bro, I'm in a relationship. In the same way that your significant other, right? Lori, she's with you in the
Yeah.
business. I'm going to come up with a testimony too.
That's powerful. You know, it's when you show up powerful, you make a decision to invest in yourself. You make a decision to grow. You make a decision to excel and implement the process. Mentorship is key, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, my
and
brother.
I acknowledge you for the work that you're doing. He's a coach, Life Coach Jesse on Instagram. Be sure to check his stuff out. Contact him if you have any questions. Life Coach Jesse, is that right?
Yeah.
Life Coach Jesse on Instagram.
And
I'll see
TikTok and YouTube everywhere.
right on, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight by AudateMedia. In this interview show, you will learn how to succeed through other people's stories, challenges that they overcame, and how they are winning in this new economy. You'll learn what to do in your business, what not to do in your business, and how others are succeeding. Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.